Hello, friends. Welcome into the Eric St. Show podcast. I ventured out of the house yesterday, and that was weird. First off, it gets dark at 5 p.m. So for me to leave the house at 7:30 p.m., it's like midnight. Creepy ass night, and I have to travel to MAGA country. I mean, I live in MAGA country, but there's like different layers of it. This community is known as Allendale. So I go to MAGA country because I have a friend who is getting into podcasting. And I had some extra gear. So, what is it? Friend in need is a friend indeed. Greg Henson, he is on the Eric Zane steep career decline. He is working his way into my level of loserdom. And I'm like, it's about damn time. We all know that radio is a place where non-creative people do non-creative things. Now, I know what you're saying. Easy. You're on the radio 7 days a week in Grand Rapids and 5 days a week in Northern Michigan. I know. But those are supplemental jobs. This is my primary. You have to be willing to accept that you are a dickbag if you are a podcaster. Jeremy K is here. He may not have heard yesterday's discussion about Greg Henson is out at Northern Michigan's Q100. He lasted 2 or 3 days. He asked, did Greg already make fun of pants at the new job? No. Greg has some personal issues with the in-laws where them moving to the Northern Michigan area is not feasible at this time. So he just got out of the gig before it even really started. No big deal. He might have gotten paid for 2 or 3 days. But Henson has hit it off with Walters, which sounds like I'm saying Walt, but it's Walters, over on TDC, formerly known as the Detroit Cast. TDC podcast is kind of like pioneer level of podcasting. They're around from way back when. And Walters does an outstanding job. Walters does the show with some chick named like MAGA Barbie or something like that. And this works out for Greg because he is a MAGA dick sucker. So they get together and they talk about dumbass shit. I say that with love because I have not met this MAGA Barbie. I think that's her name. But so Greg has joined the show now. That's like the new thing. And one of the conversations I had with Greg is he's picking my brain about how to sell the podcast, how to do this, how to do that. Because this is an existing show that already gets a plentiful audience. And he's like, well, I want to make money on it. I go, well, newsflash, everything that I learned when it comes to marketing and selling the podcast, I picked it up from Walters. What? Yeah, it was years ago. So he knows all this shit. And then Henson's like, yeah, but he hates selling it. I go, well, that's the best part. What the fuck is wrong with you? Because he's got like a big swinging dick in Detroit. Walters does. His name is known. There's value on his name. So all he has to do is call up some of the folks, the old haunts from the radio days back with Drew and Mike and say, yeah, it's Mike Walters. You're going to be on my podcast and you're going to pay me for it. And that's the end of it. Boom. Simple. I go, yeah, just use his name. Have him make the call. Have him call every day, 3 or 4 businesses, get some names, get some emails, and then send out this email that I'm sending you and replicate that shit. So Henson is doing the show now from Allendale. He goes, I need gear, but I don't want to pay for it right now. I go, okay, well, I got plenty of stuff, so I'll bring it over. And because he literally for the show, he is opening his laptop and just using the microphone on the laptop. And I said, well, that sounds like cock. He goes, I know. I go, I got just the thing. So I went ahead. I got him a mic. I got him an audio interface. I got him a compression noise gator and everything he needs. Drove over to his house last night and went into where he does the show and hooked them all up. So now the mic is not like this mic. This is the best mic that you can buy, a Electro Voice RE20. He doesn't have that, but he's got one of those podcasting mics that I used when I first started this show, which aren't bad. They aren't bad at all. So if any of you listen to TDC, you will notice that while Henson still looks like fuck, he sounds a lot better. And that is because of me. So I'm just announcing how benevolent I am and how they should be very appreciative of me. So if any of you listen, if we share shows like Mooney here, he listens to TDC. If you could reach out to them and say, you absolutely need to honor Eric Zane on TDC and suggest that audience members check out his show because it's amazing. And he is working hard to make sure that Henson doesn't sound like fuck. So there you go. Mooney says, I love when Walters yells, dork, on his TDC podcast. He also adds that Walters is lazy. He clearly admits it. And MAGA Barbie is awesome. Well, there you go. So those 3 are doing the show. Walters mentioned to listen to your show on last night's episode. He's very kind. I'm appreciative of that. You all should check out TDC as well. It's MAGAfied, okay, conservative. So you're going to get these 3 agreeing with each other. But take that with a grain of salt. I'm telling you, MAGA folks are entertaining. Where they're dumb, they're also entertaining. Question being asked to Nick in Houston, who is feeling the effects of this government shutdown. Black Belt Nick asks Nick in Houston, how are things going for you? Nick says, 36 days, working 6 days a week with no pay. Our next $0 check comes tomorrow. Fuck. Bread Bull Brain Chris says, yeah, but it's not like planes are dropping out of the sky. Oh, wait. Yeah, there was a problem in Louisville. I don't know if it has anything to do with air traffic controllers. I think it was a mechanical issue where a big-ass delivery jetliner didn't get very far off the ground. It was on fire. Ended up going down. And at least 3 dead. It was bad. Nick says that they email us a pay stub and that Louisville was not an air traffic controller. The engine exploded on takeoff. That's frightening. You know, if you think about it, something like that happening, obviously, very freak accident, but that's it. That thing just blows up. I mean, when was the last time you were just driving around and all of a sudden a motor on your vehicle blew up and then you like burned to death in the car? When have you heard of that one? Amanda says, I have to check on my UPS packages, too. Yeah, okay. Forget the human lives. What about the packages? Great. Now my Temu car parts are going to be late, says Nick in the arena. A lot of Nicks around here. You got Black Belt Nick, Nick in Houston, Nick in the arena. All right. Nick says, fuck those dead pilots. Amanda needs her new vibrator. Oh, God. Okay. The name Nick is the new Chris. Mooney adds, I heard they're going to start closing airspaces across the U.S., according to the Transportation Secretary, Sean Duffy. Speaking of the government shutdown, I have today we have another Big Fraud Wednesday, and I am unpacking several moments on who are these free beers of our pal Free Beer, virtue signaling. Thank you to Pat for pointing me in the right direction for that. And I want to make it very clear what that means. Virtue signaling is the act of taking a stance or saying something that aligns with popular moral values to demonstrate one's good character. Frequently used critically to suggest that the expression is more about gaining social approval or looking good than it is about genuine character. Than it is about genuine conviction or supporting the cause itself. I was tipped off to by Pat, MAGA Pat, to our pal Freebeers of virtue signaling. And it comes to us with the SNAP benefits thing. So I don't want to play it. I don't want to steal my own thunder. But not once, but twice, Free Beer went out of his way to do this. And I don't know if it was great how it was pointed out, and then I really took the time to listen to it. And when you hear this, you're going to be like, what the fuck is going on here? All right? It's a little off-putting, and the lengths that he goes to make sure you are aware of what he is doing to do his part is remarkable and ugly, in my opinion. And that is how we will go ahead and kick off another Big Fraud Wednesday right here. All right. Let's see. Amanda says, Nick, I don't need any more vibrators. I have like 10 or more under my bed. That's cute. Are there more Nicks than Chris's? I don't know about that. Okay. Mooney says, can I swear in this chat? I think so. Jeremy K says, donate to a soup kitchen? No, it's way better to sniff loudly into a microphone. We are off and up and running when it comes to raising money. Speaking of virtue signaling. Mooney asks, again, I won't get booted for swearing. Haven't you been here for years? I don't think so. I mean, try it and see. I don't have any filters on for bad words. Yoda World says, as long as you stay within the Twitch bowling guardrails. Yeah, it looks like Ryan is demonstrating that, and as is Chris in Buffalo and Megan. Cash started rolling in yesterday. We now have $200 between three people. That has been sent along for Great Food Giveaway number 6. I do not have a total dollar amount for our goal yet because I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. Had it not been yesterday for Megan and Mike Ball calling me out of the blue and getting this thing rolling, there's a pretty good chance that about 3 days before I would have started talking about it. I cannot do this alone. It's, it's not that I can't. I just don't because I'm an absolute disaster. So because of, that kind of like directing that Megan does, hey, don't forget, we got to get into this because we're working as a team. We don't want to be left holding the bag when it comes to the Great Food Giveaway. Let's start to wrap our mind around this. So she absolutely did that. We have ditched the poverty mutant Meyer and Jennison. They're out. We now deal only with the Standale Meyer location. The Great Food Giveaway is coming up on Tuesday, December 23rd. Originally, we said December 22, but that has been changed. It is Tuesday, December 23rd for Great Food Giveaway number 6. We are organizing and passing the hat to do this. And you can help out by sending cash along to EZ's Venmo. And I know that sounds ridiculous, but that's the only way we can do it. And it's worked for the previous 5. So what the hell? Most people use Venmo. Venmo is at Eric-Zeitunin. Thank you. There is also, what do you call it? Cash App. I'll get to that in a second. Ben Glaze says, I got time off on the 22nd. Fuck. Yeah, sorry about that. Initially, it was the 22nd. We just made that change. And so hopefully you'll be able to get that situated. I apologize for that, big guy. If Cash App is your thing, let's see. Can I, in the time that I'm here right now? Yes. If you want to send it via Cash App, really simple. $ERICZEITUNIAN. It's in the chat now. You can utilize that way if that's your thing. So we are waiting on the total dollar amount that we will need. Then, more and more money will roll in as that comes our way. Mike is pricing it out with the Standale non-mutant Meyer to get the dollar amount for this year. We've upped our game. Last year we did 150 meals. This year we're doing 225. Again, Megan. I'm not going to tell her no. And so that's going to be awesome. So that means 225 boxes of food, each containing the turkey, the bag of potatoes, the gravy packets, the corn, the rolls, and the apple or the pumpkin pie or pie. We get all that taken care of. We get the dollar amount, how much that's going to cost, and then we raise the money. We usually have maybe 80 people who fund all this. So what I would like to suggest is for audience members who either get this show live or if they get it later on when they watch it on demand or listen on demand, wherever you download shows. If you could just throw a few bucks our way, everybody, and then this is truly spread out. And, it's just a the more the merrier type of vibe is what we'll get here. Megan says, give Mike Ball the credit. He showed up and kicked me in the ass to call you. I love that. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Ryan Weber was there last year. He says, last year, Easy personally cleared all of Stafford Avenue with a single snow shovel. Yeah, that was my ADHD kicking in. And I liked to be near where the food was being given to people so that I could witness anybody get out of line. And we only had one carload do that. We talked about that yesterday. Megan had to politely put them in their place when they first went after Mike Ball's son, Mr. Smithers. New throat lozenges. That's what you're hearing. And then the Grand Rapids Pit Bull Alliance will be there. So these folks are great. They help find homes for not just pit bulls, but all animals, cats, dogs, guinea pigs, rabbits, whatever. They, through their donations that they get as a charitable organization, Grand Rapids Pit Bull Alliance, they show up with boots on the ground. And then people, as the food line works its way through, is 150, 200 cars in line there on Stafford Avenue, on Stafford Drive. Avenue Drive? I don't know. In front of Irvine's. People pull up. They put the pet food in. They pull up a little further. We put the a Christmas meal in on December 23rd. Off they go. They've got a bag full of feminine hygiene products. Yesterday, we took a deep dive on period cups, and we now know how those work. I cannot believe after all of this time, I'm not yet versed on the period cup. I can't think of a product that is more appropriately named and yet so off-putting at the same time. What is that? Oh, it's my period cup. Because cup is, that's something that you use when it comes to consumption. A cup. Hey, can you get me some water? Put it in this cup. And if you put the word period in front of cup, it really starts to fry my brain. Hey, here's a cup. Can you fill it up with period? Oh, my God. My period cup is full. Ben Glaze puts us into the stratosphere of grossness with the crack. I take shots out of my wife's. Bob calls it Dracula's shot glass. Sick bastards. The horse feed bag reference really stuck with me last year, and I see it once a month. Oh. Red Bull Brain Chris says, despite their durability, you still cannot leave them in for 3 months. Yoda World says it's a different type of red Solo cup. Bob runs with my comparison yesterday and throws out boots in mud sound when removing. So, okay, question. More on period cups. If you're kind of busy and your cup runneth over, can people detect slosh sounds inside of you when you're like walking? Like, oh, so-and-so's sounding a little sloshy. Her period cup must be full. If you're a lady, you never want to be described as sloshy. Black Belt Nick says Red Wing certification now requires period cup shot. I don't, that's disgusting. Chris says, quote, sounds like your cup is full. Might want to check that out. Like automotive care. Bread Bull Brain Chris says, LOL, your cup runneth over. Nick adds, Jesus, I'm eating breakfast with green face. Megan is here. She is not above gross talk, okay? As you know, that is my sister from another mother. She says, any clots, Nick? All right. So now that is 2 days in a row where we have kind of broken down, taken a deeper dive on period cups. Runner girl Amy says, oh my God, these comments. That might be the most joyful person on the planet right there. Amy is, I think she could best be described as a silly face. Just a little chuckle bunny. Hold on a second. I better take this phone call. Give me a second. Yo.
Hey, man, how you doing?
Not bad. How are you?
Well, I spent the last 2 days
I hate to ask you this. If this isn't an emergency, I'm going to have to call you back. All right. All my podcast audience says hi. All right, buddy. All right, I'm back. I don't even know if I ever left. Someone says, wait, we can hear you, Easy. Sorry about that. We can hear you. Yeah, that was Q100, the radio station, calling me. Nick says, is Jackie in the ditch again? Yeah. Yeah, no big deal. I had to tell. I like to make sure that there's like no emergency when worlds collide like that. Like if it's Pooh Bear, or in some cases the radio station. I think I'm going to get Henson on. I was thinking about doing that earlier, but that might be fun to get radio guy Greg Henson on. He's probably sleeping. Bob said, did JC fix the tower light yet? No.
No, man.
Hey, I'm podcasting.
Hey.
I was just giving the audience the background about our little adventure yesterday.
Oh, yeah, it was awesome.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that. I have a couple people here that are listeners of both shows, yours and mine.
Uh-oh.
Mooney says 3G is probably at the dog park. Yes or no?
Right now, no.
That's later?
Later. That's always in the evening. That's the routine.
So Oyster is your ride or die dog.
Well, you tell me.
Yeah, absolutely. And then Uno and what's the other fluff ball's name?
Humphrey.
Yeah, they wanted to beat my ass.
They're badasses.
Yeah, they were like, all right, we gotta really go after him.
They're great judges of character, Eric.
I guess so. Mooney. I'm sorry.
Uno's got a little autism.
Yeah, how do you diagnose dog autism?
Self-diagnosed. I don't know. Just because he's so stupid sometimes.
Okay, now that's offensive. You see, you can't say that. You're going to hurt people's feelings.
Well, I'm sorry, but he's dumb.
All right. Branjo says dogtism.
Dogtism.
How many times have you been fired? Someone says who's been fired more between you and I?
I've been fired 3 times.
Okay, let me do
But I've quit and left other jobs.
All right, I've always been fired. So, I've been fired 1, 2. Yeah, I got you beat. I've got at least 4.
Well, I'm proud of you. Where did you get fired? I thought it was just here.
No, I got fired in Tennessee because I actually assaulted the general manager. I pushed him.
Oh, well, I love that.
Yeah, that was that one. And then I got fired from GRD. And then I got fired from the basketball team. Then I got fired from Cumulus. Then I got fired.
You got fired from the Gold?
Yeah, after I got fired from GRD, they fired me at the same time. Because the reason why I got fired is because I made fun of the guy who owned the building that the Gold played in. So they said, all right, we're firing you too. And then they hired me back. And then iHeart fired me, and then they brought me back.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm going to be brought back by Cumulus, though. I got a strong indicator that I am on a do not hire list.
Yes, you are. I tried to hire you. You know what, though? Cumulus is fucked. They won't be around in a couple years.
Did you see their stock price is 10 cents?
I did.
So,
and I think a third of all their revenue comes from one station in Dallas.
wow. Do you remember in Wolf of Wall Street when Jordan Belfort is selling the pink sheets?
The penny stocks.
Yeah, that's what Cumulus is one step above the penny stocks.
Yeah, I know. They might be a penny stock.
I don't think they are. I think there's actually a different market that it's called.
Oh,
and it's
they got delisted.
Yes, they did. Now they're on another one, but it's like a poverty version of the good one. It's full of asshole businesses, is what it is.
Well, we need some Patreon people from your show to sign up for ours too.
Okay, so yeah, let's do the review of how people can get on board, because there's the free TDC podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And that's available wherever you download shows, or is there a YouTube affiliation with it? What is it?
That's YouTube as well. That's Monday through Wednesday.
Okay.
And then Thursday, there's a subscribers-only show.
And that's Patreon?
Yeah, on Patreon. How many subscribers-only shows do you do?
Oh, I do a lot.
So
I do a lot.
Do more.
Yeah, I do. When I started this 7 years ago, every day that I did the free show, I would do a bonus show.
Okay.
So, and once you do that, you can't decrease. You can only add. So I like the way you're doing it. Start with what you're doing, and then if it's not enough, build up.
Okay. Sounds like a plan. You're the expert, brother.
Well, yeah, because then if you start out going gangbusters, if you're not able to continue that, then they get pissed off.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I hear you.
So on Patreon, do I just search TDC podcast?
Yes, sir.
Mooney keeps yelling that 3G is a dork.
Why am I a dork?
I guess Mike Walters yells that.
Oh, he does.
Okay, that's what he's referencing.
Dorks. Okay.
Yeah, all right.
That's cool that he's listening to both of them.
Yeah, that is fun. I like that. Maybe we'll do like a crossover episode with you and your MAGA queers.
Oh, I love Amy, don't you?
I don't know who the hell she is. I'll have to check it out. Her name is MAGA Barbie?
That's her Twitter handle.
Oh, okay.
Barbie317.
And Amy, what's her last name?
Zemple.
Is that the chick that posed in Playboy that Walters used to be dating many, many moons ago?
I don't think so.
No, that's Amy Hayes. That's Amy Hayes.
No, this is the one that used to be on J. Chris Newberg's podcast.
Okay. Yeah, that guy's funny. That guy is funny.
He's a good dude.
All right. Well, you're up and running. And you're recording today. What time do you record today?
Usually at 7:30.
Okay.
Sometimes a little earlier, depending on what's going on.
So they can see you and Mike and Amy tonight on the YouTube channel.
Yeah, about 7 o'clock, 7:30 in there somewhere. We'll send it out live if you subscribe.
Well, yeah, if you follow it, if you subscribe to it, you'll get a notification.
Yes.
All right. All right.
You'll know exactly where to find us. Hey, Easy, thanks for setting that up. You're a prince.
Oh, I'm glad to help, buddy. Yeah, that's what I mean, when you're like you and I, we've got a downward trajectory. We're going down hard, and we have to support each other.
Right, absolutely.
All right, so welcome.
Are we going down harder than radio, though?
No, we still got a puncher's chance. I mean, there's a lot more upside, but don't ever let anyone convince you otherwise. You and I are both shitty.
correct.
All right. All right, real good.
All right. Later, easy.
One more thing. What do you think about Indiana having a shot at the national title? This is the end of times.
It's not happening. It's not happening. They'll get sorted out. You know they've only going to play one ranked team all year.
Yeah, I know. But it's kind of like the fun story. It's the fun story
I know.
because
It's fun until you start to talk to Kurt Signetti, who's a cock.
I don't even know who that is.
He's the head coach.
Oh, it's everybody loves that guy, I thought.
No, he's the one who came in and goes, I'm Kurt Signetti. All I do is win. Google me. Oh, fuck off. Fuck yourself.
Oh, shit. All right. I will talk to you. Have a good day.
All right, TDC podcast /Patreon.
You asshole. Shut up.
Patreon.com/TDC podcast.
Fuck you.
If half of you dump your Eric Zane Patreons, you can come to us.
Oh, fuck. I can't believe you told me, hey, you got a potty mouth. Jesus Christ. All
I
right.
was listening to you talk about free beer and hot wings the other day, and it was pretty funny.
Good. I'm glad. So Henson now sounds good, but he still looks like shit. So you can see that.
I don't know, man. I think my sexiness is bringing all the milkshakes to the yard.
The milkshakes, Jesus. All right. Okay.
Fuck off.
All right. Fuck you. See ya. Fucking asshole. That joke belongs in a museum. Which one? There were several. One Love 47. I don't recognize you, but I'm glad you're here. Please follow, and if you can, subscribe. Follow so that you get notifications. It says, I need that hoodie. And I'm wearing the army green one that says more trees, less assholes. Yeah, I picked this up in Grayling, Michigan, God's country. Maureen is checking in from the beach chair. Outstanding. Thank you so much. And hello to any of you that may be new, that may have ventured over here under the advice of Walters, who's a saint. I like that guy a lot. And I like Greg. I don't know who MAGA Barbie is or Amy. So what you do on shows like that, like mine, when they say opinions that make you angry, don't get hurt, okay? I don't want you, if you're a left-leaning person or a middle-of-the-road person, to hear these anti-vax wackos when they do their craft for you to curl up in the fetal position and cry. They're remarkably dumb, all right? And you need to laugh at how willfully they plant their flag and their moronic points of view. That we need that in this world. Okay? And so I am here to give my full endorsement of TDC from this day going forward. I will link them up in the show notes so you can check them out. Well, I won't do that from this day going forward, but I'm just saying that I support them. I've always liked the show. In fact, little known fact, after I signed on BBL, years ago, Walters put me on. He was hosting with a different guy at the time. And it was an interesting story to him that I guess made it over to his neck of the woods, so he had me on. That was very, very kind. TDC used to be known as the Detroit Cast, but then they were like, the name alone, I don't know this for a fact, but I'm guessing what they were thinking in the changing of the name was, it's not just a Detroit podcast. And people who don't know anything about Detroit might not even be interested based on the title, which is smart. All right. Walters and I go back to a historically awful time in my life. In the spring of 98, when I wound up on the Riff for some strange reason. I still don't know how that even happened. I got that gig purely by ineptness. No, I take it back. Clark was behind it. Mike Clark heard me somehow, and he liked it, like what I said on Z93 in Saginaw. Drew was going away for an extended time for like a back surgery. Like he was going to be gone for like many, many months. And they wanted somebody to fill in on a temporary basis. And they handpicked me, and I was shitty at it. I was really, really bad at it. I had no chops whatsoever. And Walters and Fellhauer were the interns on that show. Now, they've all become popular in their own right as the years went on and on and on. Walters and Fellhauer were the backbone of the Drew and Mike show for decades. And at the time, they were interns. And so Walters was always super cool. But people there lost patience with me because I was so shitty at that. Some of the worst broadcasting ever. And nobody liked me. It sucked. And it was painful. And but I survived, thank God. Made it out alive and was better off for it. Now it's all good. It's all water under the bridge. Doesn't matter anymore. Piano Fingerbanger says we're live as hell, bad. All right. The TDC monsters are very protective of Walters, etc. That's good. When you have an audience like that, honestly, when you have an audience that's leaned in and really ready to help you survive and succeed, they will go out of their way to support your sponsors. And once you get that and you have something to build off of, oh my God, it's unstoppable. Unstoppable. And I learned that from him, from Walters. He told me all that shit when I was getting started because I looked up to him because his show was already established. Like I said, he's an old school podcaster. So the TDC show, the Detroit Cast, was the first show after the Drew and Mike show. And then Drew, after the TDC show, did his own podcast. And that was but TDC was first. There is a funny story that I, if you're a fan of Drew and Mike, that I got to get my hands on. And it was the time that before Mike died, Mike Clark, he found a old 1970s newspaper article which featured quotes of him, a high school age Mike Clark, at somewhere in Metro Detroit High School. I think it was Rochester Adams, maybe. I'm not sure. And Clark parachuted into school. Like they actually had a thing where they had a plane overhead and Mike jumped out of a plane and he parachuted to school. And it's some of the funniest things you'll ever hear. Why can't I talk today? Nick says, don't forget about the legendary Drew and Mike coffee spill. Yes, outstanding. You could hear the cup fall over. Mooney says that the TDC audience, to the point where someone who attacked Walters, we went ballistic. They had to message Walters and tell him to call off the TDC monsters. Jeremy K remembers the quote about the coffee spill. The biggest disaster. It's the biggest disaster possibly ever. What if I can find that? Drew and Mike coffee spill. No. Drew and Mike coffee spill anniversary TDC on Patreon. A listener with a big schlong calls in. Next, I play the audio from the famous coffee spill on its anniversary. So, interestingly enough, I did that too, but it was much more devastating. Eric Zane, radio story time. There might be video of this. I don't know. Eric Zane, coffee spill. I'm hopeful that this happens, but I'm not too optimistic. At WGRD, we had just gotten a brand new, super expensive, really nice piece of equipment, a broadcast board. You know, all the faders on it. It's probably tens of thousands of dollars for this piece of equipment. As I search this again, Eric Zane coffee spill video. Yeah, I'm not going to find it. Doesn't matter. But at the time, I was running the board. And it was just like a cup like this. Now, remember specifically because rather than hold on to the cup by the handle, I was holding on to it like this, the opposite side. And my hand just did that. And it tumbled down. It landed on the board. And all of the contents in the cup are now, all those faders have channels that lead directly to all the very expensive and sensitive electronics. And no shit, 10 ounces of coffee just went right down there. And then, so if you were listening on the radio, let's say there was a commercial playing, it would have sounded like, it was that type of deal. And, absolute disaster. Greg starts handing me napkins. And I remember him handing me the napkins, and then I look down, and there's nothing to clean up. It's all in the board. We had to leave the studio and go to an auxiliary studio for several days while the engineer, Mike, had to take that thing apart, and he had to do a Ticey tube revitalization of it. And amazingly, he got it to work. My God. Incredible. Okay. For those of you that are enjoying this show on the usual spots, Instagram, Kick, YouTube, or Facebook, I'm going to send you on your way. The rest of the show is on Twitch. Twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live, all one word. Or download the Twitch app and search at Eric Zane Live. That's if you want the show live. Audio podcasts available wherever you download shows. It's so simple. You can follow along that way. If you want to send me an email, join me on the Shoreliners Striping inbox, eric@ericzaneshow.com. That's eric@ericzaneshow.com if you have an email. Or just go to my website, ericzaneshow.com, and there's a spot there where you can send me an email. I'm thinking about redoing the website. It's time for a makeover. Do any of you do that? I would be happy to hire you if you have what I'm looking for, if that's your thing. All right. I'm going to send you all on your way. Thank you so much for being here.